The story of Samson and Delilah. In the land of Israel, during a time of war and suffering, the people cried out to God for help. Their enemies, the Philistines, ruled over them with cruelty and fear. But God had a plan. Far away, in a small town called Zorah, there lived a man named Manoah and his wife. They had no children, and for many years they prayed for a son. One day, an angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah's wife with a powerful message. You will give birth to a son. He will be set apart for God from birth, and he will begin to rescue Israel from the Philistines. The angel gave one strange instruction. No razor shall ever touch his head. Soon, the child was born, and they named him Samson. As Samson grew older, God blessed him with incredible supernatural strength. The Spirit of God moved upon him powerfully. With his bare hands, Samson once tore apart a roaring lion. Another time, he defeated 30 men alone. People across the land feared and admired him. But Samson had one weakness. He often followed his desires instead of listening carefully to God. One day, Samson fell in love with a beautiful woman named Delilah. She lived in the valley of Sorek, and the rulers of the Philistines saw an opportunity. The Philistine leaders secretly visited Delilah and offered her a huge amount of silver if she could discover the secret behind Samson's strength. So Delilah approached Samson gently. Tell me, she said sweetly, what makes you so strong? How could someone overpower you? Samson laughed and teased her. If they tie me with 7 fresh bowstrings, he said, I will become weak like any other man. That night, while Samson slept, Delilah secretly tied him with fresh bowstrings. Then she shouted, Samson, the Philistines are here. Samson woke instantly and snapped the bowstrings like threads burned by fire. Delilah pretended to be hurt. You lied to me, she said. You don't really love me. Again and again, she pressured him. Day after day, she begged him until Samson grew tired and frustrated. Finally, Samson revealed the truth. No razor has ever touched my head, he confessed. I was dedicated to God from birth. If my hair is cut, my strength will leave me. Delilah realized he had finally told her the secret. That night, while Samson slept with his head in her lap, she called for a man to shave off the 7 locks of his hair. Slowly, silently, the hair fell to the ground. And for the first time in his life, the power of God left Samson. Then Delilah cried out, Samson, the Philistines are here. Samson jumped up, thinking he could fight them as before. But this time, he was weak. The Philistines captured him easily. They gouged out his eyes, chained him in bronze shackles, and threw him into prison. The mighty warrior had fallen. Day after day, Samson was forced to grind grain like a slave while crowds mocked him. But while Samson sat in darkness, something began to happen. His hair slowly started to grow again. One day, the Philistine rulers gathered in a massive temple to celebrate. Thousands of people filled the building, praising their false god and mocking Samson. They brought Samson into the temple to entertain the crowd. Blind and weak, Samson was led by a servant boy. Quietly, Samson asked, Place my hands on the pillars that hold up the temple. Then Samson prayed one final prayer. Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please strengthen me just one more time. God heard him. Suddenly, strength returned to Samson's body. With all his might, Samson pushed against the giant pillars. The ground trembled, the pillars cracked, and the entire temple came crashing down. In one final act of courage, Samson destroyed the Philistine rulers and defeated Israel's enemies. Though Samson made many mistakes, his story became a reminder that God can still use broken people for powerful purposes. Ending message for your video. True strength does not come from muscles or power. It comes from God. And even when people fail, God's mercy can still bring redemption.